By midsummer, many gardens start looking tired. The spring flowers are gone and even early summer blooms begin to fade. But that doesn't mean the color has to stop. Some shrubs are just getting started. They wait for the hottest days of the year to put on their best show, bursting into bloom right when your garden needs it most. If your landscape feels a little empty in July or August, these shrubs are the perfect fix. They bloom big, stay strong in the heat, and bring pollinators flying in. Here are 7 late summer shrubs that can bring your garden back to life, just when it starts to slow down. Let's start with a shrub that brings pure drama, Hibiscus syriacus, pink chiffon. This Rose of Sharon cultivar doesn't just bloom, it puts on a full performance. Soft pink flowers with ruffled edges unfold like delicate tissue paper, each one as big as your hand. And in the heart of summer, when other plants are wilting, this one is just getting started. Bees and butterflies can't resist its wide open blooms, visiting each flower like clockwork from dawn to dusk. The blooms appear in waves from mid-July through September, each lasting a single day, but replaced so quickly you'll never notice. Set against deep green foliage, the pale pink petals shimmer in the afternoon sun. The upright form grows into a stately vase-shaped shrub that makes a real statement at the back of a border or near a front gate. It thrives in full sun, handles drought like a champ once established, and asks for almost nothing in return. No deadheading, no constant watering, it just shows up and shows off. Try pairing it with bluebeard or ornamental grasses for a layered late summer border. And if you want hummingbirds to visit your garden daily, this is your invitation.
Next, we've got a true magnet for life, Buddlegia davidii, Black Knight. If you're after pollinator action, nothing pulls in butterflies quite like a butterfly bush. And Black Knight is one of the boldest cultivars, flaunting long, deep purple flower spikes with a sweet honeyed scent that fills the air. It thrives under the harsh sun of midsummer, blooming just as many other plants begin to fade, and it doesn't slow down until fall. The dark purple flower clusters stretch out like velvet wands, fluttering with bees, butterflies, and even hummingbirds. Its gray-green foliage stays neat and silvery, forming a tall, upright mound that adds structure and movement. The sheer intensity of the color stands out in any border, especially when paired with paler companions. Give it full sun and well-drained soil, and it will thrive with almost no attention. It's drought-tolerant, deer-resistant, and easy to shape with a light spring pruning. Plant it near a path or patio where the fragrance and fluttering wings can be fully enjoyed. This one doesn't just bloom, it buzzes.
Let's add some fire to the lineup. Crepe myrtle dynamite. When the heat rolls in, dynamite turns up the volume with rich red blooms that sizzle against deep green foliage. This crepe myrtle isn't shy. It puts out massive clusters of crinkled flowers from midsummer through early fall. The blooms light up the landscape like fireworks, and pollinators can't stay away. The ruffled red flowers cover the ends of branches in bold bunches, while the exfoliating bark adds beauty even in the off-season. As the season progresses, new growth keeps coming, along with more blooms, creating a non-stop show. It loves full sun, thrives in poor soils, and handles heat and humidity with ease. Just water it to get it established, then stand back and let it shine. Use it as a focal point, anchor plant, or even small ornamental tree. When everything else goes quiet in August, Dynamite is still putting on a spectacle. For something cool and sophisticated, Hydrangea paniculata e limelight. While others fade in the heat, this panicle hydrangea is just starting its show. Large, lime green, cone-shaped flower heads burst onto the scene in mid-July, aging slowly into pink and rose tones as summer wanes. It's dramatic, architectural, and practically glows in golden hour light. The flowers are dense and upright, held high above the foliage like glowing torches. Each panicle can reach over a foot long, drawing bees and butterflies in droves with its sweet scent and open structure. Even after blooming, the dried flowers hold their shape well into fall and winter. It handles sun far better than most hydrangeas and can take dry spells in stride once established. No constant pampering required, just a yearly pruning and decent soil. Plant it as a specimen, in rows, or in large containers. This is one shrub that turns heads from every angle. A true garden classic, reborn for the heat. Now let's turn to something more compact, Bluebeard Beyond Midnight. This small shrub punches above its weight with rich blue flowers that bloom right when you need them most, in the height of summer. Its fragrant, nectar-rich blossoms are irresistible to bees and butterflies, making it one of the best pollinator shrubs for tight spaces. And the deep blue tones bring rare color to mid and late summer borders. The flower clusters appear in abundance along silver-green stems backed by glossy, dark foliage that stays crisp and compact. It blooms on new wood, which means you'll get a reliable show even after heavy winter pruning. Loves full sun and prefers dry, well-drained soil. It's heat-loving, drought-tolerant, and unbothered by pests. Tuck it into foundation beds, rock gardens, or mixed borders. It's small, stylish, and surprisingly tough. This little blue gem never misses its cue. Time for some southern charm. Chase Tree, Shoal Creek. This large shrub, or small tree, depending on how you prune it, brings breezy lavender blue blooms that sway gently in the midsummer heat. Its aromatic flowers are loved by bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, and the whole plant feels airy, relaxed, and perfectly seasonal. It's the kind of shrub that makes a garden feel alive. The long spires of flowers emerge in July and continue through August, often with a second flush if trimmed. Fine, gray-green leaves give it a soft, almost tropical texture, and its graceful form adds movement and height. Give it plenty of sun and a bit of space to stretch. It thrives with very little attention. It tolerates poor soil, drought, and even neglect. Use it as a centerpiece in a naturalistic border, or let it stand alone near a patio for full effect. It's big, beautiful, and buzzing with life. Let's wrap things up with a shrub that brings both bold blooms and brilliant foliage, Spira japonica goldflame. While many shrubs focus only on flowers, this one gives you a double show. It starts in summer with clusters of soft pink blooms that sit like crowns above golden yellow leaves. As the season moves on, the foliage shifts through shades of copper, green, and orange. offering long-lasting interest beyond just the flowers. Pollinators, especially butterflies and bees, love visiting the airy blooms that appear right when the garden needs a second wave of color. Spira goldflame is compact, growing in a tidy mound that's perfect for borders, paths, or foundation plantings. It blooms reliably through the heat of summer and asks for very little in return. Full sun and well-drained soil will keep it happy, and an occasional trim will refresh both its flowers and foliage. Plant it alongside Russian sage or daylilies for a glowing contrast of textures and tones. Whether used in mass plantings or as an accent, this shrub brings late summer energy that feels fresh, bright, and effortless. Late summer doesn't have to mean fading color or tired borders. With the right shrubs, your garden can peak in July and August, full of bloom, fragrance, and pollinators. Which one of these beauties will you plant this season? Thanks for watching, and see you next time on PlantDo Home and Garden.